All right, what is going on, everybody? We are live here in the After Review studio. I am your host, Pete, wrapping up a very kind of shit Sunday in week 8 of the NFL. Separation Sunday. Didn't feel like there were really any good games today. Jets, Bengals, maybe. Kind of a lackluster day. Teams started to separate themselves from the pack. A lot of we are who we thought you were kind of games. Packers dispose of the Steelers in the second half, outscoring them 28-9. This was just an ugly football game all around. OJ, what's up? Colts 7-1. Yes, sir. Somehow, some way. Zay, all the teams I wanted to lose today lost, including the Chicago Bears after the Ravens picked up a very big win. I've been telling y'all the Bears are bad. Okay, you guys not believing me now? Caleb Williams is getting benched for Tyson Bagent. This is a guaranteed stone cold lead pipe lock. It's happening. It's happening. Caleb is getting benched. He's so bad right now. But if you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Let's get this stream out into the algorithm on this Sunday night in week 8 of the NFL. So Jordan Love, a very solid 29-37, 363 touchdowns. It's just like so peak Packers, man. They were terrible in the first half, good in the second half. Love is running around on his back foot, just chucking up grenades out there. And the Pittsburgh defense can't tie their cleats. They're too busy kissing each other or thumbing their nuts. I don't know what they were doing out there in the Pittsburgh secondary. They are so dog shit and letting everything get completed. A decent running day, not really. 26 for 94 for Green Bay. Emmanuel Wilson leads the way, icing out that game. Josh Jacobs is a little banged up, giving him a little bit of rest. Tucker Kraft on National Tight Ends Day, a $143 on 7 catches for 2 tutties, looking like prime Grob Gronkowski out there. Yeah, Scatterboo done for the year. At least you got JT. That dislocated ankle, Brutal's in. What's up? Ghost Hunter, yup. Scatterboo done. So sad. On a dirty tackle, by the way. That was a dirty hip drop tackle by the Eagles. Typical shit we wanted to go away from. Takes out. Eagles, bunch of scumbags. Nick Sirianni, scumbag coach. Caleb walked away from showing sportsmanship. He walked off the field before the game ended. Well, his nails were, fading. His nail polish was fading. He had to go give a fresh coat. Zay, don't take it personally. He had to freshen up his coat of nail paint. Rodgers was kind of mid today, 219, 2 touchdowns. They didn't really push the ball downfield. They had the one big pass play early in the game. Other than that, nothing. Can't run the ball. Packers run defense is awesome. They have no receivers. DK 555 and a touchdown. Roman Wilson's your number 2 receiver, led tonight with 74 and a touchdown, and that late touchdown. They need another receiver. It's almost like they need a guy like George Pickens. Crazy how that works. George Pickens would have been a really nice add to this team. Their defense is abysmal, though. Pittsburgh's defense sucks ass. Let's hydrate up. Horrible defense from Pittsburgh. They're terrible. Kicked a bunch of field goals tonight. So bad. Oh, let's see. What do I think of the Cowboys now? They're stupid and bad. I knew their defense was bad, but offense was pretty bad today, too. Like, their defense is crazy bad. Every single running back except JT and Barkley did nothing. Yeah, it was that kind of fantasy day. Rashad White's going to get me guillotined in my guillotine league. 3 runs from the 1-yard line. Couldn't get into the damn end zone. So bad. Where did this Tua come from? He looked like 2 years ago. Well, we forgot to take into account that the Falcons are still the Falcons. They suck. God, the Falcons are the worst team. Dak threw a horrible pick in the red zone. He also threw that horrible pick before the freaking end of the half. Like, I wanted to see a 70-yard kick from Brandon Aubrey. He should have been, benched for that. Steelers are frauds. We know that, but, like, the Packers are frauds, too. It's 2 fraud teams playing each other. Missed last night's stream. I was at Power and Light. I don't know what Power and Light is. Is that the strip club or the casino? Both. Strip club and the casino. So, Steelers suck. Green Bay, whatever. Yeah, Henry had 2 touchdowns today. He had a good game. Breece Hall had a great day today. Breece Hall had 3 tutties. Breece Hall ran 2 in and threw 1. Breece Hall had a good fantasy day too. We can go. Let's go with the Dolphins. Let's go with the Fins over here. 34-10 over the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins gets the start. Michael Penix was kind of a scratch. Whatchamacallit, Drake London, a late scratch today. There were some rumors he could have been. It's the clubs in downtown Kansas City. I should have had you hit up my buddy. He was in Kansas City for a christening. You guys could have hung out. He almost went to the game yesterday. He's glad he did not go to the booth to watch that ass kicking. Kirko was Kirko, bad, just awful, just awful. Coach Hunter hates the Dolphins. First things first, hosted the show. Okay, when they went to Kansas City, that's where they were. Tua, 4 tutties. He still only threw for 205. Devon Achane, 18 carries for 64. Ollie Gordon got a nice chunk of carries. So did Jalen Wright. Waddle, 99 at a tutty, 43-yarder, had the big touchdown as well. Achane got in the end zone. Ollie Gordon had 1 catch for 20 yards and a touchdown. Malik Washington getting touchdowns. I don't know what's going on, man. Lots of just bizarre stuff over there in Miami. Atlanta just sucked. They ran Bijan 9 times for 25 yards. What are you doing? What are you doing, Atlanta? Miami's run defense is like bottom 2 in the league. They have a horrible run defense. What are you doing? Kyle Pitts? Cool. This was so dog shit, man. I'm glad the Vikings didn't make a move for Kirk Cousins. He's so washed. How can the Vikings go from making a great move on letting Kirk Cousins walk and not paying him any money to then letting other good quarterbacks walk when you have no backup and your your young quarterback's made out of glass? Oh my God. Could have had you out there guarding someone. Kirk couldn't get it to him. Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. Defense has looked better the last 2 games. Also, Caleb is bad. Caleb is really bad. There was a lot of wide open throws that man just missed. He's so bad, man. Let's do the fun game of the day. First of all, RIP Alex Mangold, like rip. Great all-time Jet right there. All-time Jet. All-time beard guy, all-time offensive lineman. Really sad. But the Jets somehow get their first win to honor his memory. What a bizarre game. This was the strangest football game I think we had of the day. It was the only entertaining football game we had of the day, unless your team was doing something. 38-39, the Jets win. They scored 23 points in the 4th quarter. Justin Fields wasn't good, but he wasn't bad today. 21-32, 244, and a touchdown. Ran 11 times for 31 yards. I'm just at a loss for this. Brees was great, 18 for 133. All of it basically in the second half. Isaiah Davis had a couple of nice runs, a 50-yard run, 7 for 65. 2 touchdowns for Brees. He threw the game-winning touchdown over here. They just kept moving the football, getting first downs. Tyler Johnson led the receiving over here. He had a touchdown. Mason Taylor had a touchdown. I don't know what to say. Chase had 12 receptions for 91 yards. No touchdowns. T. Higgins, 1 catch for 44 and a touchdown. He had a 44-yard touchdown. That was it. The pressure was super high all day today, especially in the second half. Flacco got banged up, went to the locker room. It just wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination out there. 2 touchdowns. It was bad. Samaje Perine, 94 yards. Good day for him running. Chase Brown, 12 for 73. They ran the ball for 23 for 181 and 3 touchdowns. Flacco had a quarterback sneak. It was awful. I had to stream Flacco. Not disappointed. Yeah, Flacco had a really good day. Matthew Stafford was a great test. Yeah, that was a good test against that Rams defense. Or the Rams offense. They did kill Puka in that game, though. Atlanta's season highlight was beating Buffalo. True. What's a worse loss, guys? Getting blown out at home to the Dolphins or losing 30-0 at the Panthers? Because I think it was the Dolphins' loss today. The Bengals' defense is horrible. The Bengals' defense is just so bad. I mean, they scored 38 points, the Bengals. You scored 38 points and you didn't turn the ball over. You should win that game every time. Every time. Every time you should win that game as the Bengals. So, happy for the Jets. Glad they got their first win. They could maybe get 2 wins. They got to play the Dolphins still. The Dolphins are not any better, guys. They just beat a bad Falcons team. Patriots dismantle the Browns. Typical Browns game. Myles Garrett has 5 sacks and loses by 19 points over here. Drake May, 18-24. 22, 3 tuds, and a pick. Drake May getting a lot of buzz out there. MVP, maybe? I don't know. Like, Drake May's getting a lot of buzz out there. They're feeling the Drake May love. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that one. Let's do this one. We don't need that one. Since the bots are gone, quiet stream, we don't need to be aggressive tonight. I'm only aggressive when the bots are out. Leading rusher was a wide receiver. Yeah, well, we knew they couldn't run the ball. Malachi Corley one end-around play for 31 yards. Judkins got hurt as well. 9 for 19. We knew you couldn't run the ball against New England. New England's run defense is awesome. They got a great run defense. Really hard to stop. Really hard to deal with. Travion Henderson finally had a day. 10 for 75. He did fumble going into the end zone, though, but it was meaningless at the end of the game. Harold Fannin, your leading receiver again. 6 for 62. Touchdown. Njoku played also 4 for 37. Dylan Gabriel's bad. They're heading into the bye. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He'll be back. Oh, my God. As soon as I say something, guys, it's unbelievable. Not surprising the Bengals lost. I've been saying that's what's holding Bengals team back. I mean, it is a little surprising. Their defense had been a lot better the last few weeks going into this one. Like, they were decent. Like, they weren't bad. Their defense wasn't bad against Green Bay. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. Just a weird game. New England's fine. Their schedule's so cupcake, though. New England's schedule's so soft. They got a really good shot to get a top seed in the AFC if they win this division. But it was a nice bounce back. Eagles blow out the Giants. That was the game I was back and forth on. This game was close early. Saquon takes his first carry, 65 to the house. Giants fight back in this one. They lost Scatterboo. That's your emotional leader with Jackson Dart. Kind of the vibe for the team. 5 sacks mean absolutely nothing. Drake, there's been sayings Drake is a front runner. He's top 3. I think it's going to be Mahomes. It's going to be Mahomes. This is a Mahomes year, boys. Is this real? Unless the Chiefs fall off, this is going to be a Mahomes MVP year. He needs another one in the trophy case. The NFL voters got to rack him up out there. CTE couldn't get Scatterboo, so why did I say it's Scatterboo? Scatterboo! CTE couldn't get Scatterboo, so the Eagles executed the hit. Yeah, Eagles, dirty bastards. I hope nothing but terrible luck for the Philadelphia Eagles. Nothing but terrible luck. Jalen Hurts throws for 179 and 4 tuds. Saquon goes for 14, 150 and a tud. Tank Bigsby goes for 9 and 100. Giants fell apart. They lost their leader. There was also super suspect officiating in this game. Yeah, Miles on a good team would be nice, but Miles took the bag. He chose not to play on a good team. He chose to take the bag. That's on him. He could have, he was asking for a trade, got the bag, said, nah, I'm good. I'm good, fam. Don't worry. Over there. So, we'll figure it out. Miles will figure it out. But yeah, the refereeing in this game was also super suspect. There has not been a more blatant season, I think, in the NFL of officials and replay and massaging outcomes they want. Need the Eagles to win this game, we're going to massage that outcome. Needed the Chargers to win on Thursday, massage that outcome. Need the Packers to win tonight, we're going to massage that outcome. They're calling plays, the replay reviews are just so bad. Jalen Hurts clearly fumbled that ball in the tush push. That was a clear fumble. And it was clearly fumbled before the whistle blew, and it was recovered before the whistle blew. They challenge it and review it, and they say nothing. No, it's done. It's so bad. That offensive pass interference on Wan'Dale Robinson, a joke. A complete joke. So bad. Dotson did moss somebody for a touch. Wasn't it for a touchdown? He is still the number 3 receiver in Philadelphia, technically. Wouldn't be surprised if they used the Lamar thing on Mahomes for MVP. It wasn't back-to-back. Not back-to-back. He didn't win last year. New year. That's why. Back-to-backs is where you get voter fatigue. He hasn't won in a couple of years. He hasn't won in 2 years. 3 years. So 3 years. Now, that's why I think he'll get a little one. Yeah, definitely a fumble. So stupid. The officials can't officiate the tush push. Get that stupid shit out of our league. Just get this garbage out of our league. Devontae, nice one. No A.J. Brown today. 6 for 84. They're heading into the bye this week, too, for them. So, Giants vibes are horrible. I thought they looked good early. I thought they were playing with the Eagles again. And then the Scatterboo injury kind of blew it up. And the bad officiating. Brian Dable was going to have a heart attack with how bad that officiating was. I was literally worried about his health. Meatball Brian cooked. Darth Vader, yeah, only Giant. He's not even worth rostering, I don't think. Wan'Dale might be worth rostering. Wan'Dale's a guy you can play, I think. Hate the tush push. It'll definitely be gone last year. Depends on the voters That's true. If you get extra yards by pushing and stretching, then you can also fumble. That was a horrible call. Yeah. No, they said they blew the whistle. So we watch how many plays, guys, with forward progress where everybody's piled up. We're pushing the pile. The defense stands up to play. It's stopped for 1, 2. Then 3 more linemen come in and shove the pile. They push it forward. And they're like, oh, touchdown. The play's not blown dead. The forward progress shit in this league is so bad. The officiating is so bad. The replay review in this league is horrendous. It is the worst it's ever been. What happened to inconclusive? What happened to indisputable evidence? There's no such thing as indisputable evidence anymore. They're just making shit up. They're literally just making shit up. Like, they're just re-officiating the plays in the replay booth with some freaking Poindexter who's a reject ref. I know they got rid of Al Riveron over there because he was an embarrassment to the game, but this is so bad. This is so bad. Like, defender literally ripped the ball. Yes, almost instantly. So you can't say either A, they blew the play dead, and then he's short of the first down, or they didn't blow the play dead, and it's a fumble recovered by the Giants. Because he doesn't have the first down. He reaches over for the first down, and it's instantly ripped out of his hands when he reached over. If the officiating was better, the tush push wouldn't be a problem. It would still be probably a little bit of a problem, but you wouldn't be able to run the tush push. They break like six rules in one play. No, they're never going to get better refs, Ghost Hunter. That's the problem. They don't train their officials. They're started to maybe hire people on merit. Like, we had like 7 years of DEI bullshit with the referees where it's just like, we got to check boxes. Like, they don't train their officials. They don't re-up their officials. Start finding officials. Like, holy shit, the touchdown in the Packers-Steelers game at the end of the game, Roman Wilson clearly catches that ball in the end zone, clearly steps, has possession with the ball, and then the guy punches it out, and the referee's like, no catch. It's clearly a touchdown. Start finding these guys. Or the third down play. Two Packers over the center jump off sides. They're a yard off sides, and they don't call the offsides. Like, it's a joke. The officials are a joke. Bubba, it's not rigged. It is massage. MGM controls it all. Then get your whatchamacallit going. Get your class action lawsuit, because that is illegal. You just saw the FBI go after the NBA. Waiting for those NBA indict. I guess nobody can really say that anymore, because the FBI literally just took down the NBA for that shit. So like I've told everybody, it's completely illegal. And then they hit you with the sports entertainment tax bracket clarification. Yeah, you still can't do that, boys. So, if it's fixed, the FBI is going to take him down. We just saw them do it. All right. Bills dog walk the Panthers. Andy Dalton with the hardest sell job I've ever seen in the history of the NFL today. Fills in for Bryce Young. He fumbles in the red zone. He throws an interception that leads to basically a touchdown, and then he takes a sack in field goal range at the end of the half. If Bryce Young played today, this is a close football. I think the Panthers hang with the Bills today. I think they hang with the Bills. Andy Dalton sold so hard in this game. It killed them. It killed them. This game easily should have been like 16-10 at half. 16-10, 16-13 at half. Andy Dalton might be an actual terrorist. Like, it always advocated for officials to be held accountable the same way players and coaches. Yeah, they should be fined for being terrible officials. These are easy calls. Red Rocket, more like the red, I don't even know. The red BB gun, I don't even know. They would know Rocket today. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. If Air Bud played, the Panthers would have been better. If they got a literal Carolina Panther, they would have been better. Because he might have mauled somebody on the defense, and they could have got an extra guy out there. Rico, 8 carries for 54. Chuba Hubbard, 12 for 34. He had the snap bounce on his arm. James Cook, though, 19 for 216, 2 tuds. They pulled him out early. I feel like James Cook could have went for the record today if they wanted to. He had 216 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter of this game. If this wasn't the Bills, I think James Cook could have went for the record today. Easily could have went for the record, I think. Josh Allen, whatever day, 163 touchdown. I think he ran 2 in. You have 2 rushing touchdowns, Josh Allen? Yeah, 2 rushing touchdowns today. 2 rushing touchdowns for Josh Allen over there. Whatever game. Bills dominated. Back. We knew the Bills would be back. Coming off the bye. I was a little worried about the Panthers. No Bryce Young, clearly. All right, let's get to Zay's game over here. Bears beat up by the Ravens. This game was close for most of it. 10-6 at halftime. They get the other two. They go 16-6. Bears kind of made it a game. Caleb was bad again. 25 of 38, 285. Threw a bad pick. Just missing wide open throws. Wide open throws from Caleb. Couldn't do anything. DeAndre Swift couldn't run the ball. The run defense, very optimistic if you're Baltimore. Tyler Huntley was fine. 186 touchdown. Derrick Henry had 2 touchdowns. They were kind of worried about him fumbling at the end of that game. They did eventually put him in. Zay Flowers led the way in this game. I mean, Charlie Kohler with 1 catch and a touchdown. Yeah, Swift's been good the last 3 games. He had a pretty rough start to the season, but the last 3 games, Swift's definitely been a very, very solid fantasy back for everybody. Bateman 2 for 51. This was kind of an uneventful game. Really, it was kind of ugly. A lot of slow moving. What was the time of possession in this game? Pretty even. Yeah. 29-30 to 30-30. It just felt like both teams were sitting on the football all game. A lot of slow, long drives that didn't really lead to much. They weren't a lot of quick 3-and-outs in this one. But Caleb needs to put the fries in the bag. Caleb's going to be our backup quarterback in Minnesota. He's going to be our next rejuvenation project. Forever rejuvenation projects, never an actual quarterback. Charlie Kohler, our 3rd good tight end. I couldn't see who it was when he scored. I thought it was Mark Andrews. 88, 89 looked the same. I was in the sun watching the games outside. I was like, is that Mark Andrews running wide open? Charlie Kohler, who the hell is that? This was a rough. Will the Jets win 8 straight and make the playoffs? I will eat this hat. I will eat this hat if the Jets win 8 straight and make the playoffs. Despise Kyle Shanahan. Well, Kyle Shanahan's a good coach. This was a tough one for them. CMC was never given the ball. What'd CMC go for today? 8 carries, 25 yards, nothing. What did he do catching? 3 for 43. The problem was here, the Niners went the entire first half basically without a first down. I think they had 1 first down in the first half, and then they scored the touchdown on the last drive. I think they literally got a first down on the last drive of the game, last drive of the first half. 4 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 4 plays, touchdown. There you go. That was the half for the 49ers. They got 1 first down. Then 3-and-out punt. They go on a nice drive. 3-and-out punt. 8 plays, pick by McCorkle. Down a lot. McCorkle got roughed on that pick, too. He got roughed on that INT. Bullshit. Actual bullshit. He got roughed on that one. And then turnover on downs. The Niners ran like no football plays in this game. Weird out-of-conference game. Sorry, Hot Water Waldo. Super chat $1,000. I'll bring you on the stream right now. CMC got 8 yards on his first carry, and they didn't give him the ball ever again. And they weren't even really, I guess they were kind of chasing. No, they weren't even chasing that much. I mean, 16-7.5 isn't bad. And then they scored. Did they score first in the second half? I just had it up. I think they scored first in the second half. They made this a 1-score game. This was a 1-score game at one point. CJ Stroud, though, his best game since like 2 years ago in the regular season, 318, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He had 200 yards in the first half. Woody Marks finally got some carries, 11 for 62. The Texans saw the film. The Niners defense is so banged up, and they got even more hurt today on offense and defense. They kind of figured out what they were trying to do at what they did at Atlanta. They made the adjustments. Houston actually had a nice game on offense. We know how good the Texans defense is. Texans defense is very good still. Xavier Hutchinson led the way. Jalen Noel, it's really nice, when you draft some young receivers and you throw them the stupid football. Woody Marks had 49 yards receiving. Braxton Berrios still plays in the NFL. Crazy. My man's 30. Good for him. He feels like he's 100. But Texans win. Kind of a dud performance by the Niners. Honestly. Just a dud performance by the Niners. They were not good tonight, the 49ers. All right. Bucks Saints. Today was a bad day. I think it was the 6 buys that kind of got us. 6 teams on a bye. Like, that got us all fucked up. Wasn't a good day of games. Could be. We're end of October. Late into the year. I don't know. Baker was not good today. 15 of 24, 152. No touchdowns, no picks. Did have a fumble. Sean Tucker, leading rusher. Rashad White. They need Bucky Irving back so bad. This team can't run the football with these running backs. They need Bucky Irving. It's so bad. It's so bad. Tez Johnson, leading receiver, 540. Emeka Buka's drawing the double teams. Nobody even wants to do anything. Even when the Dolphin wins, taking shots at Braxton Burris, who was a Dolphin for years. I just didn't know he still played, man. I just didn't know. Bucks defense gave you 25 points. Yes, they scored a touchdown. Spencer Rattler had a pick. Tyler Shuck had a pick. They benched Rattler for Shuck. They should have had 2 touchdowns on defense. That was a nasty touchdown they had. Ravens, Dolphins Thursday night. Yes, sir. And that's why Lamar didn't play this weekend, because he's going to be back Thursday. Perfect setup for the Ravens. Dolphins are happy they won. They're going to shit the bed on Thursday. Alvin, 6 for 21. Get him off this team, please. Get him off this stupid team. Otten literally a yard away from a touchdown. Well, so was Tucker had 1. Yes, non-alcoholic beers. Some Ultra Zeros. Tucker had 1. He could have had 2. Rashad White had 3 carries from the 1-yard line. Didn't get them. Didn't get there. No, they said he was back Thursday, Zay. Yeah, when they ruled him out on Saturday, they said he was back Thursday. They expect to be back Thursday. There'll be more Ravens than Dolphins fans for sure. True. 0-0 Heineken. I haven't had those yet. People do like those. Too many calories. Too many calories. I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. But yeah, this offense just doesn't feel quite as good. Nice to see their defense do it. You're gonna have to see if Tyler Shuck's got it. Don't play Rattler anymore. He sucks. Bucks need a wide receiver. They need Chris Godwin to come back. Everybody needs wide receivers. Minnesota, who wants Jordan Addison? We'll give you Jordan Addison. He sucks. He wants a contract. He hates Justin Jefferson. We'll trade Jordan Addison for a first-round pick. He's worth a first. Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave. Okay. The Saints are bad. I don't know who's worse, the Saints or the Titans. I don't know what it is, guys. I think I hope everybody on the Saints gets traded. I think Olave would be more likely to get traded, than maybe not with the concussion issue. Chiefs don't need any receiver. No, you just need a running back. Alvin Kamara is being a bitch. I don't want to get traded, bitch. So stupid. Get traded. The Saints suck. Play for a good team. You'll be better. Dakota Prescott was not good today. 19-31, 188, 2 interceptions. Play calling was bad all around. Broncos defense looked okay. Patrick Surtain got hurt in this one. They were running the ball effectively early in this game. 13 for 41, 2 touchdowns. I thought the Cowboys were trying to outthink the room, and they got way too cute on offense. Broncos, no resistance from this Cowboys defense. I mean, they walked up and down the field. Bo Nix, 19-29, 4 tutties and a pick. J.K. Dobbins has 100 yards. R.J. Harvey has 2 touchdowns, broke a nice long one, too. Troy Franklin cemented as the number 2 receiver finally in Denver. They've been back and forth and really pissing us off. But 6 for 89, 2 touchdowns. Sutton dropped the 2 touchdowns tonight. Or 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown tonight. I'm half reading the chat, half freaking reading stats over here. People are making a big, because of they lied up the injury report bullshit. You can't say you're limited for all 3 days of practice and then rule the guy out on Friday. That's the problem. Say the injury reporting stuff. The NFL picked a bad week to be fudging around with the injury reports after the NBA shit happened this week. Had a few golden monkeys today. 10% alcohol content. I like the golden. I had a couple of golden monkeys. Is that the one in the purple can? The purple can, the sour monkey. I had the sour monkeys, I think. I had those. George Pickens, 7 for 78. CD, 7 for 74. They did a decent job. Tolbert gets the touchdown. What the hell? Jake Ferguson on National Tight End Day. Throw the damn ball to your tight end. We're going to throw it to Luke Schoonmaker over here. Fergie, hard sell. Hard sell. Sounds like a Four Loco. Kind of. Nothing will defeat the 2006 to 2013 Four Locos. Might lose your first round pick. I'll believe it when I see it. They might lose a pick. I don't know if they'll lose a first round pick. He might have been I didn't see what they listed him on Friday. I know he was limited Wednesday and Thursday. And then they listed him as full and then said, I know it's a beer. Oh, he sent it to Zen. I know monkeys have been. and then they listed him as a full participant and then changed it on Saturday when they ruled him out. Because they ruled him out on Saturday, right? Or did they rule him out on Friday? They ruled him out early. I think they ruled him out Saturday. They might have ruled him out Friday. I don't know. They're going to get in trouble, though. The Falcons are going to get in trouble, too, from Michael Penix and Drake London. They're going to get in trouble. The NFL picked a bad week to fuck around with the injury reports, like I said. Cam Ward might be bad. Cam Ward might be bad to mid, guys. Cam Ward might be cooked. I don't know. Cam Ward might be cooked. 259, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The Titans suck. Daniel Jones, very Daniel Jones game. This was kind of a lackluster first. It was 17-7 in the first half. Blew him out in the third quarter, 14 unanswered. Added another one. Jonathan Taylor continues to be your fantasy god. 153, 2 touchdowns, and an 80-yard touchdown to start the third quarter. Titans should be relegated for Ohio State. I don't want to see a team lose 100-0. Ghost Hunter. Ohio State ain't that good. I'm not even 100% sure if Ohio State's better than Indiana. Hot take right there. 272, 3 touchdowns for the Dimes. Got Riley Leonard 2 passes. They can't run the ball. The Tennessee is a dumpster fire. Kamari Dyke, though, 7 for 93. We put him on the fantasy watch list. He was on the sleeper choir now. Stash him. Had a good day. Chigakonkwo, 5 for 53. Was Ridley out today? Probably. This is a dumpster fire of a football team. At least 100-0 is funny in a scoregami. True. True. We could use some more high scoregamis. Michael Pittman Jr. Back to being a number 1 wide receiver. 9 for 95 and a touchdown. Alec Pierce had his 2 for 69. Nice. And the 51, Alec Pierce always catching a long pass. Tyler Warren continues to just be super solid and efficient. Did, whatchamacallit, get anything today? No. It's all JT. Yeah, Colts are good on offense. They're really good on offense. Defense will probably be their downfall against good teams. I don't know what you're doing in Tennessee. I don't know what to do with the Titans. The Titans are so cooked, guys. The Titans are so cooked, man. It's crazy. They're so bad. The Titans are going to be the bottom. We listed him as a full participant on Friday then, but they said NFL knew he was limited. They're saying there was an error, but rather them get fined. Harbaugh also said, I'm not in charge of listing that. I'm pretty sure the coach is in charge of listing people's injury status for practices. I wish the Titans took Shador first so people would be bashing him instead of Ward. I think today was the first game, like I've said, pretty consistently. You can't judge Cam Ward for this. I just watched Cam Ward miss a lot of throws today in this game. Honestly, well, they shouldn't have beat the Cardinals. It's true. The Cardinals literally had to piss down their leg. I'm pretty sure they actually pissed in their leg. Maybe pooped their pants. Somebody shit their pants and blew a coverage in that game. Yeah, the Titans are the worst team. They're definitely worse than the Jets. The Jets have competent moments. The Titans don't even have competent moments, it feels like. Over there, the Colts play the Steelers next week, too. So they're 7-1. Probably 8 at the Steelers is tough. Where can you buy the koozie for the beer? These are limited edition. I'm the only one that has these koozies. Maybe I'll get a store, OJ. I got to find the store. The easy stores don't have these. I think they have mugs. These are limited edition. There are only 2 in the world, and I own them both. Amari DiMarcado, Titans MVP this year. True. Maybe. Him or the DB who picked off Cam Ward and fumbled for the touchdown. Church said their media people are in charge, and she's a former Ravens media member. Why are the media people in charge? That's so stupid. Should be like, I'm pretty sure the Vikings KOC lists them. He tells them what to put on there. He tells the guys what to put on there. You'll buy one? Nice. Maybe we'll get merch, guys. I think 10,000 subs will get merch. I know we're far, but we're not that far. 10,000 subs will get some merch for you plebs to wear. We can all look stupid together. How about a hat that says run the damn ball? That's what I want. I want everyone to wear hats that say run the damn ball. So at the Steelers, tough but winnable. Falcons win. Chiefs probably lost. Chiefs are very good. Texans, they can win that game. At the Jaguars, automatic loss because they're at the Jaguars. At the Seahawks, tough game, winnable, tough game though. Niners, winnable at home. Jaguars at home, definitely winnable. And that Texas to close the season. Colts are in great shape for that 1 seed in the AFC. At least winning the division. The division should be a lock. Het says, hold on to the ball. Don't drop the ball. Use 2 hands. Crayon Eater. How about crayon? We just get shirts that say Crayon Eater. And we have like a caricature of Scadaboo's head. We just have like Cam Scadaboo with like his grill on. Crayon Eater. Yeah, I don't know what it was today, guys. Today's felt weird. Maybe because the Vikings played on Thursday and I'm so dejected from that. But it was a weird. Hey, purple is the best flavor, so I don't blame them. Purple, everybody knows purple is the best flavor. It tastes like grape. Ravens win out, lose 1 or 2 games the rest of the way. Let's look at the Ravens schedule. Chiefs Commanders tomorrow night. If the Chiefs lose that, I'm gonna be sick. Ravens Dolphins Thursday, win. Vikings probably a win. Unless JJ McCarthy's good. But we play the Lions and we have the Lions flu. At the Browns, that's gonna be a tough one in the division. That's a tough game. Browns defense is still good. Jets at home, win. Bengals at home, win. Steelers at home, probably a win. At the Bengals could be tough. Road division games are just always tough. At the Steelers, tough. At the Packers, probably a loss just because it's going to be snowing. Patriots in Baltimore is a tough game. But yeah, they got a very reasonable schedule the rest of the way. For a team that's 2-6, 2-5, not in the worst shape in the world. Definitely not in the worst shape. There's definitely wins on the board for them. Chiefs Commanders tomorrow night. If I will be floored if Marcus Mariota beats this Chiefs team. Like, there's just no way. There's no way Mariota beats this Chiefs team. Debo's back. Terry McLaurin's back. The Chiefs have been playing too good. The Chiefs' remaining schedule. Commanders win. Short week. Oh, at the Bills. Get me aroused, boys. That gets me from 6 to 12 real quick. At the Broncos, great game. You want to lose to the Bills. Remember, you lose in the regular season, beat them in the playoffs. If you beat them in the regular season, they're going to beat you in the playoffs. Been called crazy saying that unless they looked at their schedules. Yeah, the schedule is soft. But I get it. The Ravens they've been bad this year for a good chunk. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if the defense can hold up. Can you win a game in the 30s again if your defense falls apart? Chiefs play Bills and Broncos back-to-back. And then the Colts. Oh, my God. I'm just aroused. There is a bye in there. They got Bills, bye, Broncos, Colts. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Chiefs' schedule's tough, man. That Jaguars game, that stupid Jaguars game. 5-2. If they didn't blow the stupid Jaguars game, 5-2, they'd be 6-2. Then they'd be able to navigate this. They'll beat the Cowboys. They'll beat the Texans. Probably beat the Chargers in Kansas City. They'll beat the Titans. And they'll beat the Raiders last week of the season if they have to. But 2 Broncos games, Colts, Bills, turn me up. What's next week's schedule going to look like? Feels like going to be a shorter stream tonight, boys. I don't know what's going on. Chat's not popping tonight. I mean, I shouldn't say chat's not popping. The views aren't popping tonight. Just the normal crew. What's the schedule? Normally we got a bunch of new random kids over here trying to learn ball. Chiefs finally renewed their devil magic. I think the Chiefs actually learned how to run an offense again. They're actually throwing the football 15 yards downfield and guys are open. Picking up 20-yard plays. We haven't seen that in 2.5 years. It's unbelievable. Finally seeing some good Chief offense. Can't believe it. Okay. Boy, so Thursday night, kind of bland. Baltimore, Miami. Probably getting Lamar. No offense. Chicago and Cincy, that's an elimination game right there. No one cares about football after watching Steelers and Packers play. Probably true. I figured there'd be some stupid Packer fans looming around to talk shit. We normally get them. No more Steelers and Packers getting night games. Yeah. It was a bad, boring game. The entire first half sucked. Vikings, Detroit. JJ McCarthy shocks the world. Beats the Lions, obviously. Cool. The Panthers go to the Packers. Another free win for the Packers. God, that third place schedule is so easy for Green Bay. Imagine winning 11 games and playing a third place schedule. Chargers, Titans, dog shit. Atlanta, New England, dog shit. San Francisco, New York, Giants, dog shit. Colts, Steelers, interesting. I like Colts. I want to see Colts on road at Pittsburgh. Fun. Denver at Houston, interesting. Very interesting game. Turned it off after it was 9-7. Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad. Denver, Houston, interesting. Very intrigued. Very intrigued. Jacksonville, Las Vegas, dog shit. New Orleans, Rams, dog shit. Chiefs, Bills. This is why we live. This is why we live for this game. That's the game of the weekend. Seahawks, Commanders would have been fun if Jaden wasn't hurt. Cowboys, Cardinals, Monday night. Oh my God. Eagles, Bucks, two good teams on bye. Jets, Browns, nobody's missing them. But Eagles, Bucks, good teams. God, not a good schedule to open November. What's week 10 look like? Going through the damn schedule over here. Ravens, Vikings, fun. Browns, Jets, that's awesome. That's going to feed families right there. Buccaneers, Patriots is a good game. Houston, Jacksonville, stupid. LA, Frisco, good game. Detroit, Washington would have been better if it wasn't for those stupid teams. Atlanta, Indy's an interesting game, kind of. Shitty Thursday game. Packers, Eagles, Monday night. That's a good game. Kind of right about JD5, made of glass, too soft. Everybody kind of knew. Everybody kind of worried. Drake May, best quarterback in that draft class, as I said he would be. All I know is I told everybody Drake May was going to be the best quarterback in the draft. All I wanted was Drake May in that draft, and I couldn't get Drake May, and I'm sad. That's all I wanted. Chicago, Cincy will be the reason making prisoners of war watch football will be considered a war crime. True. Actually, yeah, maybe. No, Jets, Dolphins at the end of the season is our war crime, Ghost Hunter. Jets, Dolphins in like week 12, I think it is. Week 13 or 4. It might be in December. The Jets, Dolphins, war crime. No offense, Silix. 12-7, maybe. Jets, Dolphins. Get us going. I think the Cowboys playing the Vikings that game. Let's see. Week 11. Jets, Patriots, Thursday. Yikes. Tampa, Buffalo. Good game. Okay, we got some good ones there. Chicago, Minnesota. That might be a war crime. LA, Seattle. Good game. Good, fun game. Denver, Kansas City. Good game. Detroit, Philly. Good. Okay. It's getting better, guys. The NFL, it feels like there's just so many bad teams in the NFL this year. Just like a lot of bad teams. The Jets' entire existence is already cruel and unusual punishment. True. Did you guys see that reel, the Instagram reel, or I think it was the Instagram reel. Might be on YouTube, might be on TikTok. Of like the kid, he's like, I hate this team. I'm not going to quit. Oh. This is amazing. That kid. He's like 15. He's like probably 13 or 15. 13 to 15. He's already given up on life as a Jets fan. Pets did their homework and made sure to watch you and take your guy. Those bastards. I do wonder. Literally me with OU football. Yeah, OU football. Also cruel and OU was good at least for 20 years. 10 years. Oh yeah, I should show you the cover. Look at my cover for the recap streams for the week. This is going to be the cover for the recap streams every week, guys. My boy. Got to put my boy Bear on there. Shout out to the Sooners, Ghost Hunter. Wait, I already deleted it. Damn. Never mind. You guys will have to just see it on the recap streams over there. Got my boy Bear, the OU legend. KU got smacked by K-State. Yes, they did. Yeah, K-State not bad. Jalen Daniels is terrible. So back to my Drake May thought. Like, what if the Patriots didn't fire Bill Belichick? He would have taken those 3 first-round picks from the Vikings, right? And not drafted a quarterback. He would have not drafted Drake May, right? He would have just taken the Vikings 3 first-round picks and the pick swaps. Definitely. Mike Vrabel probably wouldn't have taken Drake May either. Mike Vrabel, the only person that would have taken Drake May and not traded the picks was probably stupid Gerard Mayo, who will never coach again. I'm sick. Why do the Patriots have to suck forever and then get this gift and we can't get anything? It's not them sucking, it's them giving me hope and then dash it spectacularly. Did you have hope this week? I hope you didn't have hope against Ole Miss. Mateer's just not healthy. He's pretty much lost for the year. And their schedule's murderer's row. OU schedule is an abomination that they gave them that schedule. They give Texas the freaking cupcake of cupcake schedules. And Oklahoma's got to play the damn gauntlet. Don't worry. We're going to bitch slap those pansies from Austin this year. The Aggies are running the table. Once we went up 26-25, I had some hope. I get that. I get that. At no point did I, watching that game, think Ole Miss was going to lose that game. Being honest. They just felt in control the whole game. I was actually surprised Oklahoma got back in that game. But that was just the vibes I had. But A&M's going to run the table or completely break my heart and crush my soul. I hope we go undefeated, lose the SEC title game to Alabama, then win the national championship. That's how it's going to go. Look, Bill drafted one of the greatest middle linebackers in NFL history. Who, Gerard Mayo? He also drafted a serial killer. Alleged serial killer, since he was not convicted, in Aaron Hernandez. And he drafted maybe the greatest tight end in history, Ray Lewis. What? Bill drafted Ray Lewis? No, he didn't. What? Did he? Was he in Baltimore in 96? He was still on the Browns. No, because I thought that was he was on the Ravens? I thought he was out when they moved to Baltimore. Bill Belichick. Yeah, 95. He moved to New England. Wasn't Ray Lewis the 96 draft? When Cleveland left Cleveland. Yeah, 96 first round. Belichick was out. Belichick was out by then. He left after the 95 season. I thought so. I didn't think he ever worked for the Ravens. He traded for that draft pick? Okay, but he didn't make the pick. He didn't make the pick. He probably wouldn't have taken him. Probably would have taken somebody else. I don't know. Back then, he was more locked in. He was more locked in back then. You know. Patriots had good drafts, especially later in the draft. It was the end of Belichick that was a disaster. Last 7 years of Belichick. All right. Weird week 8. Chiefs, Commanders tomorrow. I like the Chiefs. Power rankings video on Tuesday. I am very interested to see where I'm going to put some teams. I will tell you right now, the Titans will be the worst team in the NFL. That's all about it. That's about all I know. What do I do with the Falcons? What do I do with the Dolphins? What do I do with the Jets? How about Cleveland? But he technically did say that he drafted him. Dolphins are back to being amazing. If the Dolphins beat the Ravens, I'll say the Dolphins are good, okay? I'll say the Dolphins are back if they beat the Ravens on Thursday. Be like, Dolphins are back. Will that make you feel better? Ravens could move up. Ravens probably. Maybe. I have to see who in front of them lost. I didn't have the Ravens super low. Did not have the Ravens low. Can we abolish Atlanta's offense and leave only Bijan standing, please? Get rid of the entire Falcons coaching. The Falcons can't get good offensive play callers. They're allergic to it. Also, Michael Penix is not that good. Michael Penix, he didn't even play today. He's not that good. Just a statement. I'm just making a general statement. He's not that good. What do I do with this stupid team in Dallas? Tampa Bay, super lackluster. Frisco lost. Houston wins. So much movement. I love my Dolphins, but we are trash. At least they'll get a good draft pick and a new head coach. At least you have some positives going forward. Normal videos had us at 27-32. Yeah, I'm like, where did I have the Ravens last week? I'll pull up where did I have the Ravens last week. I had the Ravens like the 20s last week. I had Ravens at 23 last week. Okay. So they'll move past the Panthers and they'll move past the Bears who were in front of them. Jaguars idle. Depend what the commies do. 50-50. They'll probably move. They'll probably be just shy of, they'll be in like 20 to 16, somewhere in there probably. Like, Titans go to the bottom. Saints are going pretty far down. The G-men are cooked. Cleveland's cooked. Bengals breaking everybody's heart. We're probably not going to see a change in the top 5. Rams, Lions on bye. Assuming the Chiefs win. Colts, we're not going to see much change at the top. All right, but that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. A little bit shorter stream. I'm also tired. I need to get some sleep so I can just be locked in and making such great content for you guys. So if you haven't already, drop a quick like on the stream, Flacco 2028. Drop a quick like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Everyone have a good night. Have a safe start to your week. I'll be live again Wednesday night as usual, doing our picks for week 9. Video power rankings out on Tuesday afternoon. Picks against the spread video out on Thursday afternoon. I have it on the ticker now. Live streams every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Videos out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Plus all our shorts throughout the week. Leave a like or Kirk Cousins will hijack your team next. True. That's scary. If you don't do that, you guys are Kirk Cousins or Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is going to take over your team. Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz will be your quarterback room if you don't hit that like button. So have a safe rest of your week, guys. Everyone, keep it cool out there. Heading into the month of November, Halloween week. Have some fun this weekend or next weekend. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Like, subscribe, and share.